You're in the ocean. You're on a raft. You look in the water. You see two people in the water. You see Kevin Hart. You see Mike Epps. You can only pull up one to safety. Who do you pull up? Do you pull up Kevin Hart? Or do you pull up Mike Epps, the person that, you done rolled around with, and you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I got 2 arms, though.
Yes, you can only pull up one, though.
Hey, man.
And Kevin not as light as people think he is.
He's a big, strong little fella.
Yeah. Strong little fella. You said it, I didn't. Big Boy's Neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. It is my pleasure to have this man in the neighborhood, man, because usually he lives about this big in my phone. Man, but we got to bring Desi Banks into the neighborhood. Des, welcome to the neighborhood, homie.
What's going on, OG?
Hey,
How you
man,
doing, man?
it's crazy when you see somebody and you see they work and then you see them in person. And I didn't know that you were that tall, so I wasn't going to do the interview to tell you the truth, man. But welcome to the neighborhood, homie.
Yes, sir, man. I'm glad to be here.
Man, you've been putting in a lot of work, huh?
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Been doing it for some time.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy, man, is that when... Like, this is my first time sitting down with you. Yeah. So it's an introduction, but I know your work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when we say the work, no matter how many people know you and how many people are about to be, introduced to you as you continue your journey, it's been a long journey, bro.
It has, since 2012.
Hey, dude, when I saw... Because for one, I don't know how many years I've been peeping you out.
Yeah.
But then when I saw 2012, I was like, man, that's over a decade of putting it in.
Yeah.
And then putting it in when you think about like the world of Vine.
Yeah.
A lot of people died on the Vine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is that where you kind of started material at?
That's most definitely where I started at on Vine. 2012, man. I had a friend who introduced me to Vine back then.
Did you blow up more than your friend?
I most definitely did.
Damn.
Yeah, I did.
Man, I shouldn't even ask that.
Shout out to my dog Rashad Punter, man. He the one told me about it. I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about no comedy videos, none of that.
Really?
He thought I was funny.
Had you always been funny?
It's always been a part of my life, man. I played sports in high school, growing up as a kid. Sports was always a part of my life,
right.
But, laughter and, my gift was always me. I never knew that, I was going to be doing what I'm doing right now.
Right. So it wasn't like you were aspiring to be like a comedian or be, and plus back then we didn't know what content making was.
Exactly.
But you just knew like, man, I enjoy being funny.
No, for sure.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. Once I realized what I was doing.
Right.
Once I realized what people were telling me back then, I had to like really like dive into it once I got older. And once football didn't work out for me, because football was like my first dream. That's
so
what I really
football,
wanted.
you was like, man, I'm going to the NFL.
This is it. I didn't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
I told my mama, forget everything.
Really though?
Putting it out.
So you put your time into football.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because football, you got a window of opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, what we do is like, hey man, I can keep going. I can keep going. I can keep going.
Yeah.
So when did you notice like your window of opportunity for that dream of football?
Well, when I got to college and I said, you know what? Not getting what I deserve. Not getting what I feel like I deserve. And I'm like, I'm looking at these other guys doing these big combines. And I'm like, I'm not there.
Right. So you knew it. Like, damn. But is that a pivot where you're like, man, I'm just going to pivot? Or is that like, damn, like, because it's easy to look back in the rearview mirror now and say, oh, man, well, hell, I did it.
Yeah.
But at that moment, what were you feeling?
Well, at that moment, I just had to think about all the stuff that I was like, even when I was in college, I was the funny dude on the team. Like I used to get away with a lot of stuff. Like a lot of kids on the team used to try to be funny, but the coaches always say, no, that's his job. You don't do that.
Right.
So I had that leeway to do stuff
There's
like
people that was on your team like, man, I knew he was going to make it.
Yeah, and I had a receiver coach at Georgia State at the time. He was like, man, I know you probably had these NFL dreams, but he was like, man, you're going to be a star anyway. He said he used to watch me on the Vines and stuff like that. He was like, man, you're going to be a star anyway.
How did you take that at that time? When he said star anyway, that's when I would have been like, man, what is he telling me?
Yeah, and that was it. I knew he was like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Right.
But I was just like, I took it, but then, it took me some time to take it.
Yeah.
I was still like, man.
And that's realistic in the present.
Yeah, and that's when I really started taking it serious. That same friend who told me to start Vine, he was like, man, you might have to get on Instagram. It was in 2015.
Damn.
Ponder was
is
like,
this
bro,
him here?
No, that ain't him.
Okay.
He played football with me in high school. Yeah.
So y'all came together.
Nah.
Have you been back to the school?
I have.
Have you did an appearance? Be like, hey, guess who's here?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
have.
So the same dude that told you to do Vine, told you like, man, Instagram, the content is longer.
Yeah, that's what it was. We had the 60-second clips.
Right.
Vine, it was just 6 seconds.
Yeah, and you was like 60 seconds, man. That's like a HBO special.
That's a short film. I'm ready to show you everything.
Yeah, like 60 seconds.
You know what I'm saying?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah. And I started taking it serious, man. But I had it like, man, I went through like the spiritual thing, man. Like,
talk to me.
I felt like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, like, football didn't work. I was like, man, I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Right.
And I had a breakdown.
And that's the real
cried in
time.
the car with my mom. I was like, Mom, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, stuff like that. And you know, God was talking to me, man. And that's when I joined the church at the time, House of Hope in Atlanta, Georgia. I joined the church, and I was like, man, I gotta figure something out. And you know, once I did that, I tapped back into it, and that's when I really like found my gift. And I had to sit with myself. I started meditating. I started doing things that I felt like I needed to do to like find myself. And it brought me back to all the remembrance, all the stuff that I used to do as a kid. Growing up, I used to watch movies like, to this day, Eddie Murphy is my favorite comedian. I used to watch Nutty Professor. I used to watch Martin. I used to do all these things. Like, even when I used to be in my mom's womb, she used to play Arsenio Hall.
That's crazy.
Like, Arsenio Hall.
To you, yeah.
And she starts to move in the womb like that.
but that right there, man, that's destiny, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? It was always destined. You know what I'm saying? Now that I think about it, like kids, like my buddies, Vincent Dallas used to always tell me, man, hey, bro, if you don't make it in football, you need to be a comedian. Like I used to always hear these things.
Is it hard, Desi, to hear that at that time though? Because like when you said, man, like I had to go through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was, you know, maybe the depression, thinking, thoughts, meditation. How do I recover from having such a thing that was in my head as my dream for such a long time? Yeah. And at 18, 19, 20. You felt like you already lived a lot of your life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was over, man.
Yeah.
I said, man, I gotta go work a job, man. This is stupid. You know, but I tapped back into it 2015. I started taking acting classes seriously. I was like, all right, I'm gonna test this out. And once I got on Instagram and I really started doing them videos, I was like, okay, this is it. Okay, these people really, really, you know, love this. And I got up to about 300,000 followers, you know, then. And I was like, dang, okay, I'm touching way more people than I would have been touching playing football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I see like the gift from God that, you know, like, you know, your gift will make room for you. That's exactly what it was doing for me at the time. And, you know, ever since I started taking it serious, I found my purpose in it. And, you know, and that's the biggest thing, the purpose of it, man. And, you know, why God brought me in this world to shed them gifts and talent, be a light in this world to help people. You know?
Man, what now when you go from Vine, and Vine was 6 seconds, and with 6 seconds, it's like, okay, what do I do in 6 seconds? But you were like, there was some of y'all that was able to pull off the funny in 6 seconds, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was a crazy thing, man.
And
like,
what did you think when they announced that Vine was going away? Because that got to be like another blow where you're like, oh man, my platform.
Yeah, it was a thing, but I think I was still kind of focused on football.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't really like,
right. You weren't tripping.
I think I had about 450,000 followers on Vine at the moment. But I was just like, dang, okay, it's over. You know, but then, you know, once we found out Instagram was transitioning to the 60 seconds.
Hell yeah.
It was up.
Yeah, like you said, like, that's a feature. That's a movie right there.
Yeah, I'm finna show you something.
Hey man, how did you find what you want to do? Because even though I watch you, Des, I don't see nothing where it's like, because we were going through some times where people were jumping on counters and knocking things over and spilling stuff on people and running out the store with stuff. How did you find what you wanted your avenue to be when it came to content?
I felt like when it came to my comedy, I like relatable things. You know, like I said, I watched, like I said, Eddie Murphy, the Martin Lawrences. I watched all the OGs, you know, who did it, you know, before me. And I felt like, you know, I wanted to give my story of what I went through, you know. So I had character work. I had, you know, my mom voice. I had me, Lil Johnny, when I was a kid. I played that character. And I just do stuff that either I seen or I've been through. And I feel like from where I'm from, I feel like people gonna relate to it because I feel like people done been through the same thing I done been through, you know, especially where I'm from. So I bring that every time.
Hey,
I feel like the truth is funny.
You know, every time I put like I'm wearing white Air Force Ones right now.
I said, you're cool day. You chilling.
And I wear them, and when I think, and if you guys follow them on Instagram as well, there's a difference between like the white Air Force Ones and the black Air Force One wearers. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm rocking with mine, I'm like, damn, I'm wearing Air Force Ones today.
I said it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? If you would have walked in, I was wearing black, you'd have been like, oh, what is he on? How ghetto is this show?
We might need to think about this. Reconsider about this interview.
Hey man, when you go directly to your audience on social media and you can get your content right to the people that F with you. When we say F with you, we mean followers for real.
Most definitely.
What takes you from, okay, I'm in this zone where I know I'm in not a safe zone, but I know how I can get to my people. To saying, all right, let me go an extra layer and start getting on the stage. Because that's a whole different lonely world, bro. That's instant.
Yeah. So when I tapped into it, like I said, when I started taking it serious, you know, I had to start being a student of it. And if I know I wanted to be a comedian, I had to do real comedian things. I had to do what the Eddie Murphys did, the Richard Pryor, the Mike Epps, the Kevin Harts. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be respected, if I want to be taken to the next level, to get those big movies and things like that, I had to do it. You know, at first I was like, no, I'm just gonna be in the movies. I just want to do movies. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do nothing else. But it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You can't do that. You just can't be an Instagram person and just think you just gonna get these big movies and you think Hollywood gonna respect you, and you can't do that. You disrespecting all the people who put in the work.
And then also, man, it's hard to go from Instagram to the stage too, though.
No, it is. It is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I've seen people, and you've seen people that we thought like, oh, they doing a show, and then you're like, maybe not. But you worked at the craft,
most definitely. Yeah, I went through the fire. I went through when I first started the open mics. I went through the felon. I went through all of that. I went through I don't think this is gonna work for you.
Right.
I went through all that, the booze and the walkouts, and I went through all that.
And see, with Instagram or certain social media things, you'll probably see a negative post.
Yeah.
A negative comment. And you're like, oh, okay, but I got all these great comments, and the person's following me.
Yeah.
It's different when somebody not laughing at your joke.
And
it's right there.
When that room get quiet.
Oh yeah.
Your face get warm, your tongue get dry. You need some water, but you're scared to pick up the water because you pick up the water.
Time go real slow.
Man,
you like, man, this blue light ain't on yet.
Oh man.
That's when you know how long a minute is.
Oh, somebody scream, "What's next?" You be like,
So you been through that? So have you bombed?
I had some bad. I've had bad shows before, for sure. You know, but that's just me.
That's the learning process too.
That's the learning process. You know, you just gotta find yourself. You gotta find your voice, and I'm still finding my voice. I'm going on year 8. It'll be year 8 in November.
Damn.
You know, so I've been putting in some time, putting in some work, and I think I started doing it at the time I need to start doing it. I think if I would have waited another year or two, I probably would have been in trouble.
What made you not say, man, forget this?
Once I found my purpose.
Okay. And, so you knew you were so you was locked in.
I was locked in.
Right.
No matter what, I was gonna do what it took to help me get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep doing it. You know, I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep being a student of the game.
Yeah,
keep
man.
learning from the OGs.
And you know what I see too, though, bro, and not thinking of anyone or nobody in mind, but a lot of people don't respect that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't respect the grind, and then it's also easier because like with the Eddie Murphys and the names that you mentioned, they didn't have social media.
Yeah.
They didn't have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the clubs were a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't go straight to an audience. You had to, work out. So when you hear someone say, nah, man, I'm 8 years and counting just on this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not in this game.
I got 10 more plus years. I got I got to keep going. So.
Yeah, man. Do you have any kids, family, or anything?
Yeah, I have a son.
How old is your son?
He just turned 3 May 14th.
Oh man, so that's a whole different grind. What is fatherhood like for Desi Banks?
Oh yeah, I usually say on my stand-up, it's not a blessing. It's hard work.
Really?
But no, it is a blessing.
Because Louis about to have his first. Man. I have 2.
July. Okay, get ready, man. Your life gonna change. Sex life is over.
Oh, hey, bro, they think I'm playing when I say that. They think I'm playing when I say that.
You got to plan stuff out now.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, man.
Yeah,
you got to wait till the baby.
So are you and the queen together?
Yeah.
Okay. So damn. Yeah. So you know when you say it's over, it is over. It is, man. You know what I'm saying? Either it's over, it's like, you down? You down? Oh, go, quick. You know what I'm saying? And then when the show come back on after the commercial break, you done.
Yeah.
How do you balance being dad and being, the public figure for us as well?
Well, he's always on my mind, man.
Yeah.
My son is, man, my family. It's another part of my purpose. It's who I do it for.
Right.
Me being a new generation of my family now.
What do your family say about your success?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like one of the first ones to do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And, because I was that family, that, hey, get a job, do this, do that. But, my family, you got to show me.
Yeah.
You got to show me you can actually do this. You know what I'm saying? So it once my mom saw it, she was like, oh, dang. Like she had to come to a show and see that it was sold out. She was like, oh, wow.
Okay.
This motherfucker. That motherfucker's doing it.
Hey, man, she wasn't looking at like Vine numbers or Instagram. She was like, nah, I got to see actual bodies.
She didn't watch none of that.
Right.
Like, for real.
Had you ever been out with her somewhere, somebody came up to you and she like, I don't.
Back then, no, but now she be like, oh, they want to take a picture with you. You need to take this picture.
Yeah, now you want to. Now she's super supportive now. You know what I'm saying? Dad, come here. I was just talking to them over here by the bathroom about you. Yeah, this is him right here.
Yeah, calling me at work. Look, she been watching stuff. Oh, you want me to tell your friends now?
Hey, man, that's got to be good for you. Did you graduate from college?
I did.
Okay. So you.
But I want to say something. This probably gonna be crazy, blow your mind. So my mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, she was your nurse.
In Georgia?
Yep.
Wait, don't tell me your mom's name.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh my God, dude. Was she in Georgia, in Marietta, Georgia?
Kennestone Hospital.
Oh my Lord, dude. Yeah. Man. Hold on. All right, dude. And I just had to take a little break. I had to look and see. Dude, what's your mom's name?
Monique Murray. Eureka Murray.
Dude, was she, when I got my gastric bypass surgery, was she a nurse out there?
She was. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep. I can call her right now.
Hey, man. I know you, dude.
Wow. I'm gonna call her right now.
Okay, and which hospital was she at?
Kennestone.
And she was with the doctor, because I did my surgery out in Marietta, Georgia.
Yep, that's what the hospital was.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
I'm gonna try to see if she answers.
And I told her, I said, she was like, oh, live your life. I said, you're gonna be blessed. Your son is gonna be a star. She's like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, the football thing not gonna be what he do.
I'm sitting here with Big Boy right now.
Oh.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Yes.
Oh my, hey, dude, when he said that you was my, dude, is there a way to FaceTime her so I know exactly? How you doing, love? You remember me?
Yes.
How you doing? Oh, she can't see me? Oh, you should see me now. I'm so much more handsome.
Can you see me?
Oh, it's cool. It's cool, man. But nah, hey, dude, how crazy is that for your mom to be my nurse when I had my gastric bypass surgery?
Yeah.
We go our paths. And look how we sitting together.
That's crazy.
And you are a guest in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And she helped me live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Man, you never thought about nursing or anything like that?
Never.
Just touch lives in a different way?
Yeah,
that is, how long ago or how long have you known that your mom was one of my nurses when I got my gastric bypass surgery?
I just found out today.
No.
I swear to God.
told her you're coming?
Because I told her I was about to come do the podcast.
Really though?
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, who you gonna be with?" I was like, Big Boy." She was like, "Big Boy from Outkast." I don't know, BigBoyTV. They do that.
Right.
She was like, "Oh, I was his nurse," and I was like, "What?"
And that's the hospital. That's everything, bro.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, man. We got to have a reunion. It's been 20 years. We got to have a reunion. Hey, man, but that's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
And you and your mom, do y'all have a good relationship?
Oh, great relationship.
That's dope.
For sure. Yeah,
That's
I called her
dope.
this morning.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You check in quite a bit?
Yeah, I do. And she hate when I do. Whenever I go like a week or two, she think it's, you don't love your mama no more.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, mama,
you done changed. How many times you done changed on her?
Yeah. Oh, plenty of times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I change every year on her.
Hey, man, how is it going across the country now doing your shows?
It's great, man. And, coming from social media, it's just better, man, when it's in real life.
Right.
It just feel more realer. You know what I'm saying? It's the real thing. You could feel the realness of why I was born. You know what I'm saying? I could just feel it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just very thankful for all the people who come out to my shows and support me and, do things like that, bro. It's just allowing me to understand, oh, yeah, I'm this.
What's next for you on the creativity side?
Movies.
Yeah.
More stand-up.
Yeah, man.
My production company.
This is it.
Yeah.
You all in now.
I'm in. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, give me the papers. I'm ready to go.
Hey, man. So you got a show you're doing all weekend, man.
Yes, sir.
And you're in Ontario?
Ontario.
I heard that, man. You doing 6 shows out there?
6.
Yeah, I was always good for like 2 to 4. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a competition. You know what I'm saying?
I do 4 sometimes. So.
Yeah. But you're doing 6 this weekend. You know what I'm saying? What does that feel like, man, to be able to travel? Because it's one to be funny on social media.
Yeah.
And then, man, to step out and say, man, I'm getting on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing other dates in other places. Mm-hmm. What does that feel like when like, man, I got 6 shows in California at the Improv?
Man, I saw this thing on the plane, man. Every time I go on Delta, it say the people that travel are the people that move the world. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I'm moving the world.
Yes, sir.
I'm a part of the world. I'm a part of the culture. I'm a part of my generation. And people gonna wake up and see it if they ain't woke up yet, and they gonna realize that he's one of the new generation.
I love that you're taking your time too. Like if they ain't seen it now, they'll definitely see it, man. Ontario Improv,
yes, sir.
2 shows last night, tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. There's 2 shows that's going down.
Yeah.
What do you do stand up wise?
I tell the truth.
Really though?
Yeah, I tell the truth. I talk about my life. I talk about things that's going on in the world right now. Mm-hmm. I don't talk about too much politics. Maybe a little sprinkle.
Yeah, you better be careful.
You might hear a little Biden or something.
Right.
But not too much.
Have you noticed that it's a little different as you travel from different states to those cities and states?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot different.
Yeah.
The culture is different. So it's like it's different from a Baltimore to a West Coast.
Right.
It's totally different. They, West Coast, they say two regular, but in Baltimore it's two.
Two, right. Yeah, we say two.
Two.
Yeah.
They say two. And me being from the South, in Atlanta, our slang is different.
Yeah, man.
But everywhere is different.
You get a lot of home support too.
I do.
Did you grow up with hip hop as well?
I did.
Really though?
Yeah,
Like what were some of the people that you listened to early on in hip hop?
Early on in hip hop, people like Future.
Yeah.
Gucci Man.
Yeah.
Gucci Man from my side, east side of Atlanta. Zone 6.
What do your peers say now? Now because it's one thing when you were a fan of theirs.
Yeah.
But now they know your work.
I ain't never met. Oh no, I did meet Gucci when I was in high school. I met him when he was the Gucci.
Right. Oh yeah. Hello.
He just bought that Hummer that he had on. Was they 36s? He just got that Hummer on 30s. I mean, we first bought. He came to our high school. He was watching us practice, and it was like the ice cream truck had pulled up.
Yeah.
We supposed to been practicing. We seen this truck pull up. We all took off and went straight. Coach thought we was crazy. We was like, that's Gucci, man.
But you haven't seen him since you've been on this?
I haven't seen him. He commented on a post maybe like last year, and he was like, I could tell he's from East Atlanta. Because we did like a video like a throwback video. I think one of his songs was playing. And he was like, oh yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know where he's from. But he probably don't remember when he came to the school.
Desi, how excited are you for what's coming?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, because I know I've been putting in work. And I'm going to continue to put in work, And I feel like everything that I'm getting right now, God has prepared me for it. So
Amen.
I'm going to be ready for it.
As a comedian, man, and working your way through, have you had any incident where you were on, and not the Will Smith, Chris Rock kind of thing, but that almost gave people license where they thought they could say or do anything.
Oh, for sure.
Right after that, did you feel anything that was different when you got on stage?
I still do.
Yeah.
I still think people think they can come up there and, that's why I had to hire a guy like that over there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he can't wait to come.
Yeah, he was like, that's what we wish. I wish somebody would.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I hope somebody get like, man, let's just have a good night. I hope somebody rush you.
Yeah.
I hope somebody rush you, man. Because then right after that, we saw a dude jump on stage on Dave Chappelle. I'm like,
people just losing their mind. And yeah. Last night shows was great. So hopefully tonight and tomorrow, go good.
No, Cali got love for you. And
for sure.
Dude did jump on the stage with Dave Chappelle in California.
So. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. So get ready.
Yeah, right. I should probably just send somebody up there just make sure he's ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, he on swivel.
Desi, you mentioned that Eddie Murphy was one of your inspirations. He's the biggest comic that you loved. If you had to remake an Eddie Murphy movie, which one would it be?
Not a professor.
Oh, damn! You want to go for the challenge?
Yeah, I created short films like that with my characters.
Yeah.
If I was able to do something like that, it'd be not a professor. One day I'm going to create a feature film.
Hey man, you know what's crazy about that when you talk about the multi characters in your work, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have the $1 million budgets and so they give it to you like, oh man, I could do this on a $200,000. You know what I'm saying? I could bring it in, not edit it. You know what I'm saying? Edit and give us another 40-50,000, man. We bring you a whole budget. For
sure.
I heard that, man.
But you're not a professor. For
and who's your other one that you'll say, man, it's Eddie Murphy and
I'll probably say I like Richard Pryor.
Richard
Pryor. Those like two of the main guys that I study as far as like stand up and like movies and stuff like that. But I love Kevin Hart. I love Mike Epps. They like mentors to me.
Right.
I've done shows with. I did like a whole run, 2-month run with Mike Epps.
Oh, that's dope.
And it was phenomenal, man. I got a lot of game from him. I done got a lot of game. Him seeing me. I get some pointers from him. All the time. Kevin Hart give me pointers all the time.
All right. So Kevin Hart. Let's go. Kevin Hart. Mike Epps. You're in the ocean. You're on a raft. You look in the water. You see two people in the water. You see Kevin Hart. You see Mike Epps. You can only pull up one to safety. Who do you pull up? Do you pull up Kevin Hart or do you pull up Mike Epps, the person that you done rolled around with, and you know what I'm saying? Who do you pull up and who do you let stay in the water? I won't say drown.
Brother.
Yeah.
You really gonna do this? Right?
Yes, sir.
Well, who I'm gonna pull up?
Yes.
I got 2 arms though.
Yes, you can only pull up one though.
Hey man.
And Kevin not as light as people think he is.
He's a big, strong little fella.
Yeah. Strong little fella. You said it, I didn't. So would it be the big, strong little fella? Or would it be Mike Epps?
Can one of them swim?
No. Come on, you know they can't swim. No, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man. They both just might have to just go, man.
I'm gonna put it on you. Yeah,
I'm gonna leave it up to God.
Yeah.
God, you do it.
Yeah. So save yourself. Leave it up to God. because only God could do that anyway.
Hey, he got the power.
There it is right there, man. So Kevin Hart and Mike Epps drown. You said good luck?
I just said good luck.
There it is. Y'all stick around y'all radio. Big Boy's Neighborhood. But no, man, I definitely want to thank you for coming into the neighborhood, man.
I appreciate you.
It is a pleasure meeting you, bro.
For sure. I
Believe
appreciate
that.
you, for sure.
Hey, man, and you'll be back probably towards the fall as well?
I'll be in California, LA, at the Novo.
Okay.
October 14th.
Oh, so you're doing Novo?
Yeah, I'm doing Novo.
Oh, you think you're all bad now?
Well.
Hey, man, you know how people don't know how to compliment you? Oh, the Novo.
Yeah.
So you going there, huh?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Bigger venues, huh?
Yeah.
This dude.
Yeah.
What you growing?
Well, that's what they say.
Now you blowing up.
Well,
no, the Novo is a good ass spot too, man. Yeah. Do you still, when you do a show, are you still capacity nervous? Like crowd nervous? Are you peeking from behind the curtain still?
No, I'm always nervous every show though.
Right.
Yeah, I still get them jitterbugs. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
that I be like, because you never know. Every crowd is different. You know, it might be somebody that done lost the homeboy out there.
Right. Don't come to the show, but I understand.
Well, yeah, you know.
Like, hey man, let's go on and get you to laugh. Like, yeah, might as well.
Yeah, every environment is different. You know, some people take jokes differently.
Yeah, man.
So you just gotta know.
What
how
do you
to
do now that everybody is super sensitive? Like now, comedy got to be delivered in a different way because there's so many cancel cultures and everybody has an issue with things now.
Yeah, I think the most part you just gotta make people feel good. Like even if you're talking about them, you can't go too hard on them. You know, you can do it, but it's like you gotta at least lift them up at the same time.
Right. Lift them up, knock them back down, lift them up. Yeah.
There you go.
Just don't kick them when they're down.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha. Hey man, do you say anything about the crowd there? Do you snap on your crowd?
Of course.
Okay, yeah. Well, I want bad seats. Then.
Yeah, in the back.
I mean, I play with them though.
Hey man,
if they not doing crazy stuff, I ain't gonna be crazy. You know, just we're gonna make sure the show is good. That's my thing.
All righty, well, I still want tickets in the back. So. I'm gonna come out tomorrow night, but I only want you to know which one I'm coming to. You know what I'm saying? To snap in on me. But Desi Banks, thank you for coming into the neighborhood, man. And we'll see you back when you come back to do the Novo as well.
Yes, sir.
Believe that, man. Continue to hang out with us, man. Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Big Boy.